Hello everyone, my name is Asha Jones and I am here to introduce and discuss two different philosophical writings. Here we have Sextus Empiricus, who was born in 160 CE and died in 210 CE. He was a physician and philosopher whose work is the most complete surviving account of ancient Greek and Roman Phrenism. In the outlines of Phrenism, Sextus Empiricus' writing is mainly focused on skepticism. But before I talk about the text, I want to give you some definitions to make sure you're set. The first definition we could jot down is appearances, or how things may appear to one. The second definition we could jot down are judgments, better known as thoughts. So now let's move into the text. He says that skepticism is an ability, which means it can be developed or learned. It analyzes appearances and judgments. Taking what we know from our definitions, that means it analyzes how things appear to one in the thoughts. So skeptics use their sense of perceptions or appearances to deeply analyze and find some truth in what they see. And in order to do that, they come up with a practice to get quietude. So you may be wondering, what is the practice or how is it done? Well, don't worry, because here's how. They oppose proposition. This means going against judgments. So they go against their thoughts to find the truth in what appears to them. Now, they do not throw away their appearances, because those are what causes someone to have a thought or feeling in the first place. Instead, they use what they can from them and analyze it. If the truth cannot be found for some reason, they withhold their judgment. So either the truth is found or not, but they find peace or quietude within. Moving on to the next philosophical piece, here we have William James, an American philosopher and psychologist, and the first educator to offer a psychology course in the United States. He was born in 1842 and he died in 1910. In The Will to Believe, he focuses on our beliefs and where they come from. But once again, before I talk about the text, I want to give you some definitions to make sure you're set. So we have a live option, and that's an option where both options could be real to an individual and could be considered. And the importance of the option is mentioned throughout the text. So James starts off with genuine options, and there are three of them. So first we have a live option, a trivial option, and a momentous option. But the importance is focused on the live option. So he believes that our beliefs do not come out of nowhere, but they come from a slight tendency to believe in it in the first place. And the belief has to be a live option to someone for it to be considered. So you may wonder, why is this important? I believe it's important to know because most of us have no idea where our beliefs come from. And I think the practice of skepticism is worth knowing, so when we are trying to find the truth, maybe it will be easier by going against our initial thoughts. Now, Empiricus and James' pieces can be connected. So James believes our passional nature must decide a genuine option for us. We mentioned the genuine options earlier, but focus on the live one. So this is done by not deciding, but by leaving a question open to obtain more knowledge before choosing. Alright, now, in Empiricus' philosophical piece, we learned that skeptics do something very similar to that. They are seeking the truth, meaning they are approaching the question as if there is no truth. They are leaving the question, quote unquote, is there truth, open by seeking more knowledge. Although these pieces have some similarities, there is a difference where they disconnect. From Empiricus, we learned that skeptics withhold judgment to get to the truth. But James believes there will be situations where withholding judgment will not work, which are the genuine options. When choosing an option, your thought plays a huge role in your core beliefs. So often what we think, we believe. Which is why James says, our beliefs come from a want to believe or a thought to believe in the first place. So Empiricus thinks that withholding judgments can obviously obtain something greater, while James believes it will do no good in situations when you can't. Overall, both philosophers and their works are very valuable. They have been published years ago and are still relevant. These two contribute a lot to this interesting subject, philosophy, and will always